Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to create a shadow text using paint.net. There's probably an easier way to do this. I know there's an easy way to do it in Photoshop. There's apps that you can download on your phone. I've never did it like that before, but I'm going to show you how to do it today in paint.net. It's really easy, guys. Follow me along step by step, and I'm guaranteed you'll be able to do it. Alright, so first of all, we're going to go over here to our layers box and we're going to add a new layer. So we have two layers. We have a background and we have our layer number 2. On layer number 2 is where we're going to put our text. So go over here to the text icon and choose a size. I'm going to make it real big so you guys can see it. And center it. Of course, you can go and choose a font. You can download all types of different cool fonts on dafont.com. I'm just going to choose a random bold font for you guys to see easily. Alright, and I like to make it bold so it's really big and I can see it good. Alright, so after we typed out our text, what we want it to say, we're going to go back to our layers box and we're going to click on the layer number 2 and we're going to duplicate. So we want two of the exact same layers. The bottom is going to be the black layer, which is your shadow, and then the top is going to be the color. So right now I'm going to focus on the top layer and I'm going to make that pink so you guys can see it. And I'm going to use my paint bucket tool to change the color. Make sure you're getting that crosshair right onto the word, so you're changing the word and not the background, because that's what happens when you click outside of the word. Alright, so now our word is colored, and we're going to go back to layer number 2, which is our black layer, and we're going to get that shadow effect. And how we do that is we go up here to effects, and we click on blurs, and you're going to choose Gaussian blur. And you can use this little tab to make it thicker. You can adjust it to however you want it to look until you get the look that you want. I'm going to go ahead and choose 12. That seems pretty good for me. And I'm going to put that color layer on top so you can see what it looks like. We still don't got that look that we're going for. We want it to be more bolder. So I'm going to hide that top layer real quick, and we're going to duplicate this bottom layer a few times. As I duplicate it, you can see it's getting darker, and I do it about 5 or 6 times, and you can always put your top layer on top of it to see what it looks like, and you can kind of get a visual of what it's going to look like. Alright, so that's pretty good. I'm going to hide the top layer real quick. We're going to merge all of these layers into one. See how we have like a bunch? We're going to merge those, so make sure you're clicking on that bottom layer and go down to your merge layer icon and click on it until there's only one box left. They're still there, they're just basically on top of each other, so it's less thumbnails and it's easier to work with. Alright, so after that's done, you can put your color back on top, and that's how it looks. When I take this into Design Space, I don't like to take it in there with the color. I like to use it as a stencil. So to do that, I'm going to hide the back layer really quick, and I'm going to turn this to white. So go ahead and click white. Oops. Undo that. Sorry guys. Make sure you're clicked onto that layer, otherwise it's not going to change it. Alright, so let's change this to white really quick. Alright, and now we're going to click our bottom layer. See, now we have a stencil. So when you take this into Design Space, it's basically like an outline, a stencil, and you can contour it in Design Space. That way you get 2 separate layers. You get your inside and your outside. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to save this as it is right now. Go to File, go to Save As. Save it under whatever you want to save it under. I'm going to put it in my Cricut Images folder. I'm going to save it under Shadow. I already have it saved. What you want to do is, it says save as type. You want to make sure you're choosing PNG, because this will automatically save it under a different format. You want to make sure it's PNG because that's compatible with Design Space. So after you save that, save it. Oh, I forgot to flatten it. You want to flatten the entire image, but before you go out,